Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
Hey everyone, Sue here from 1A Auto, and today on our 03 Volvo V70, I'm going to be installing the tail lamp assembly that we got from 1A Auto. If you need this part or any other part for your car, click on the link below, head on over to 1AAuto.com. Open your tailgate to access the rear end of the car. In the rear wagon, cargo lamp is located right in the center of the hatch on the inner trim piece. I like to take a small screwdriver, and I'm going to use a couple of tools here. I'm going to pry it with that, but then I take my body trim piece and I can wedge that right up in there, and then I can kindly pull it down. And then there you have the bulb access in the lamp. To discard it, just push down on that green tab on the connector, and then we have the lamp assembly. Now with the dome light down, you've accessed the mounting screw for this back plate. It's a T25. We're just going to pull that bolt right out. Grab our body tool, trim tool, and pull down on it. There we go. Then we have another T25 right here. This is the right rear window area. It's the upper trim. I'm going to do the same with this. I'm going to grab it and just pull it down. Set that aside. So right behind the passenger seat on the right side quarter, there's a bolt inside this spot. Looks like it's the holder for the back screen of the hatch. It's a 10mm socket. And discard that bolt. So you just got to really grab this firm and pull. I'm just going to grab this access panel, put this aside so that I can get in here. It's an extra protector for the bulbs. So now that I've taken that bolt out, before I can pull the tail piece out, I have to disconnect this piece. So it's just pull it like that, and there's the panel access. And now I can take this cover completely out and discard that. So now that the trim piece is out of the way, we have access to our top tail light assembly. So first thing we're going to do is move this little tweeter speaker, grab the red tab that's a lock, pull it out, and then on this tab, push it in, not down. When you push it in, the earpiece goes down. Then you have two little line-up ears that hang down there. Let your speaker hang down, and now you can see the access nuts. You have one here and one up there. We're going to disconnect the electrical connector first. So I'm going to grab the tab. It's this facing this side, and push in on that. They actually have a little access window here. I wonder if I can get at it. It's kind of tight in there. So if you can push in on that tab, and then pull that harness out. That was pretty easy. So the mounting nut is a 10mm socket. I'm gonna loosen that one, then I'm gonna put the top one. Loosen that. I don't need the ratchet anymore. Remove one nut and the second one. There's your second. You have these two little plastic ears, the little plastic tabs, so we're just going to squeeze them when we push the lens in the out position. And there it is. Now that you have the upper lamp assembly removed, the manufacturer says that that must be removed in order to remove and pull out the lower tail lamp assembly. There's 3 mounting nuts. They're a 10mm socket. There's one in this access hole. There's one right here on the outer edge. And then the last one, it's right here in this access hole. Perfect. Now we're ready to grab the assembly and slide it out. I'm just going to grab it firmly and just give it a pull back. There we go. Now with that pulled out like that, I have access to the connector, and I can see that the tab's on the bottom. So I'm going to push on that tab and pull the connector out. Push down on this tab. And then we have our tail lamp assembly. So now to reassemble it, you're going to reverse procedure. I'm going to take my connector. The lock was facing downward. Line it up. Lock it in. Guide the mounting bolts. You can see them, the tabs. Push that in, make sure the seal sits all the way around. Now I'm going to install the nuts. I put the easiest one that my hand can actually grab, and now I'm going to utilize my socket and hope that I don't drop it. And the last one is on the top in this hole. Now we can snug these up. And I say snug because they're plastic assembly. Perfect. To install the top, we're going to line up. There's a little ear tab here, and there's a slotted plastic guide. So we're going to line that up and just slide it right in. You got a top piece up there. Make sure that goes in also. And this has two mounting nuts. One is out in the open. That's this one. I'm going to install that by hand. Then I'm going to slide it on to the stud and put it on by hand. Once again, just snug it. It is a plastic assembly. Don't forget to plug the tail lamp assembly in. And here we have the plug and the pin. The lock pin is facing in towards the door. Lock it down. Now we can replace our little back speaker. Put this in the two tabs here. You gotta turn it around the correct way. Put it, line the two little tabs up with the guided holes. Just push it down. You hear it lock. Push in the red lock tab. To reinstall the corner trim piece, you've got to pull down on this anchor. It's kind of spring loaded, so use one hand and guide that down. Then I'm going to pull back on the side panel. Now I can reline up everything here. There's tabs along the outside trim here. Just push on it. You'll hear them snap into place. Got one here. Push that in. Now we're free to connect the side panel. I'm going to remount that. There's a bolt back there. That is a 10mm socket. Snug that up. There we go. Now we have a top trim piece. So you can see the guide tabs and the actual, there is two round tube style holes that are going to clip right into there, and then the long pin goes up in there. So I like to guide that in first, then I'll guide the back pin in. There we go. there is a Torx screw. That's a T25. And that goes right in here. So the molded form it's like an insulator for the back assembly. You can see the little cutout of the ears in the pattern in that side panel. Okay, let's get it in that way first. Line up those tabs, and then we can push it right into the plastic. It's in there nice and firm. Then the last panel, we've got 2 ear tabs on the bottom here that go down on the floor panel, and then just push it. It locks into place. Now we're going to install the piece on the tailgate in the center. First thing I'm going to do is put that wire through so that I can use that to plug in the dome light. Guide these up in the plastic trim, and then just give it a good snap up. Now this has a little screw that goes in the center here, and it's a Torx head T25. And now we're going to plug in the rear cargo light, snap that in place, and you can see the tabs on this. So there's 2 little tabs on the by the electrical end, and then the push-ups. So we're going to guide it in this way and then snap it up.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at 1AAuto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.